Hi, everyone. Welcome back and happy Sunday. I hope you guys are having a beautiful weekend so far. I can't believe I feel like these weekends go by so fast. Um, but that's okay. That's okay. It's going to be amazing. Now, with that, guys, this is actually it's a story that's never really been told. It's absolutely devastating. We're going to talk about it, and I'm going to explain a little bit more. But in the meantime, go ahead, smash that like button. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed over here to Up and Adam channel 2. That is absolutely thriving right now. So let's keep it going. And I have to really commend Lisa Rinna. I don't say that a lot. I have to commend her for opening up about something this hard. And I honestly didn't even know that this was a thing. So trigger warning, guys. Here we go. So Lisa Rinna ended up going on her podcast with her husband, Harry Hamlin. The podcast, Let's Not Talk About the Husband. And she revealed that her father, Frank Rinna, passed away by assisted suicide. That was in 2016 at the age of 93. Now, I don't know if nobody knew about this. Nobody. So let me just kind of go through. I looked into this and I kind of was going over what she was saying, but she talked about the reason that she delayed sharing any of this information. And she explained that she had not spoken publicly about her father's death and that she didn't speak about it earlier because she was on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills at the time and it was too painful. And honestly, in that position that she's in or that she was in at that time, I feel like, especially when she was notorious for attacking people and bringing up people's trauma and the things that are happening in their lives, and just really, she would get gutter. I think that she was probably afraid that maybe somebody would be disgusting and savage enough to weaponize this information against her. Is it awful? Yes. Do people do it? Yes. I mean, it's unfortunate, but people are terrible, especially on these sort of cutthroat reality shows. And maybe even somebody like, I don't know, Denise Richards, who Lisa Rinna was relentless on. Maybe Denise, I'm not saying she would do this. I don't think she would ever do this, but maybe she'd be like, oh, well, you had no problem trying to tear apart my marriage and everything else. Like, sorry, girl, talk about maybe this is why. And she would position it like, maybe this is why you are acting the way that you are towards me. Maybe this is why you're so aggressive towards me. Maybe you're hurting on the inside. Maybe you need to go talk to somebody. Maybe you need to see someone. You see what I mean? They can creatively weaponize this sort of information. So speaking of her father, Frank, though, he had health struggles. So apparently he battled pneumonia 4 times, and that was within a year. And that led to this decision that he had. My mom had pneumonia. She almost passed away. I was little. I was like 4 or 5 years old, I think. And she almost passed away on Christmas. She was in the hospital on Christmas, which, my God, I couldn't even imagine. My mom is my best friend. That would have been devastating. But going back to Lisa Rinna's dad, she said he was in pain and he was really unhappy. And she said that he had a lot of determination. He said when, they set their mind to something, then they're ready. Talking about like ready to not be on this earth anymore. And I think that that's really sad. I think it's sad for anybody to have to kind of come to terms with that and watching your parent really struggle and know that that's what they wanted to do. But she was emotionally conflicted because as she's going through this whole podcast conversation, she's really opening up about this stuff, which makes me wonder how many people deal with this. But she described it as like being in a surreal position. She wanted to support her father, she wanted to support his choice, but she was also really struggling with the fact that she had to be there, she had to witness what he was going through and witness him making this decision. That kills my heart for her and for her family. I couldn't even imagine. I wouldn't even know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. But when it comes to like the legal context of all of it, Frank's assisted, we're going to say the S word because we don't know about the algorithm, but took place in Oregon. So it was under the 1997 Death with Dignity Act. So this is a real thing, which allows terminally ill patients to end their lives with medical assistance. I never knew that this was a thing. So Lisa talked about the fact that Frank had to self-administer the lethal medication, as it must be a willful act on their part. Oh my God. And the medication was mixed with orange juice, which she describes as tasting like shit and sour. Clearly, she didn't take that, but I'm sure he probably told her. And I guess there's a whole process to it. Apparently, you create a peaceful environment, a peaceful ambiance. They set a mood. They played like yoga type music and Frank Sinatra records with the death doula present, and the light was coming in. It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and she said there's a lot of real beauty behind it. That breaks my fucking heart. Now, as for like how long and what she's saying for her experience, as she's talking about this, she said that she was surprised that the process took about 45 minutes. And she said they just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. So it's not really anything. Just peaceful, yoga music, quiet, very peaceful, emotionally, clearly complex, right? But she said it didn't feel awful. I'm surprised she's opening up about this now, but she is. Now, she did express ongoing grief when it came to all of this, because clearly you have to witness this, but she said that she misses both of her parents. She misses her mother, Lois, and Lois passed away a few years after Frank, and Lois probably missed Frank. And also, when you battle with pneumonia 4 times, multiple times, I'm sure that he was probably in a really rough place, and I think it takes a lot of strength to be able to support that decision. That's why I said, at this point, very far and few between, but I'm going to just say, wow, on Lisa's behalf, I think that that takes an incredibly strong human being. Now, speaking of a little Delulu, not Lisa, not her dad. I'm talking about Lala. Thank you to Blocked by Sheena. Let's change up the tone here for a second because, what?
Still hang out with from VPR. I hang out with Brock and Sheena. I talk to Tom Schwartz. Sandoval has reached out just like with questions that I quickly answer, but I've had communication with him in whatever capacity. And that's really all. Who else was on the show? Allie, I haven't spoken to her in a minute, but she's kind of someone who I just pick up where I left off. She's one of the people who, even though she doesn't have kids, she understands that life changes when you have kids. So friendships at this stage of my life, we have to be able to pick up where we left off because people have children, husbands, they go on to have careers that don't allow you to see them as much. So if you're the type of friend who needs constant communication to feel close to someone, who do you still hang out with from VPR?
I mean, honestly, I think it is a little delulu, and I don't think she meant it that way, but like, who else is on the show? I don't know. Katie, Ariana, Jax, Brittany, they were on the show. Clearly, you don't talk to Raquel. Then there was Holly Luber. There was James Kennedy. Like, we know exactly who was on the show. Anyways, I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Pop off in the comments section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys.